Um, okay.
Yes, sure. Well, I was working out and nothing more actually.
Okay. Nice. And do you have any plans for the rest of the day?
No, I don't think so. I will see what happen. I will see.
Okay. All right. So see what happens. And I guess, Juliet, though, what do you like to do to relax? So generally, when you're relaxing, what are you doing?
Reading or
Okay.
watching movies.
Yeah. Nice. Generally, what I like to do, I like to read a lot.
Teacher, I
Mustafa,
have a
what about you?
question. I have a
Yeah.
question. She said, also for you, because you said also that you like watching movies. So, have you watched Fast Furious 7 or not yet? Both of
No.
you.
Mhm. No, I
Ju-
didn't.
No. Um,
No, me also no.
okay.
I wanna watch it. I wanna watch it so.
Me neither.
Mhm.
So if you're agreeing negatively, so I have not either, or me neither. Does that make sense? Okay.
That makes sense. Thank you.
I just watched recently. I haven't been watching movies recently, but Interstellar and Big Hero 6, which was really good. But yeah, what have you guys been watching recently, David? What have you seen recently that you liked?
Yeah, Joshua. Let me see. As you, I watched. Sorry, Interstellar. It was very sensational. I like the topic.
Hmm.
I saw
Yeah, me
Fast and
too.
Furious, but I didn't like it.
Okay.
Um, Let me see what else. No, I think that is all.
Okay. Juliet, what about you? What have you watched recently? I know you watched
The
The
trial.
Trial?
The
The Trial.
trial, yes. Orson
Yeah.
Welles. In the
Uh-huh.
trial, there is a scene, in Interstellar, where there is the double dimension. You can see him from the books, and
Uh-huh.
it sounds like there is light and dark.
Okay.
Uh, y- do you know the visible impression that you have? That scene is from the trial. I didn't know
Really?
that, but it's a quotation. Yeah, yeah.
Cool.
But it's not another. Oh well, it is not like another dimension, but it is the room of a painter that has this kind of light. Yeah, it's cool.
Is where that one more time?
Uh, I said that it's not that the protagonist is in another dimension, but it is in a room of a painter, and you have this kind of dark and light, the same
Okay.
things. Yeah,
Cool.
yeah,
That
it's
sounds
cool.
nice. I like movies that reference other movies.
Yeah.
That's nice. Paulo, welcome to class. Paulo, how's it going?
Thank you, Josh. I'm fine, thank you.
Nice. And it's good to see you again. Um,
Me
Paulo, we've
too.
been talking about movies. Have you seen any good movies recently?
Yes, I love movies. I have seen a lot of movies, and especially the, of course, American movies, European movies too. And but I remember the last movie I saw. It was the Into the Wild. It was great. It's about the
Yeah.
one guy. Yes, I don't. Have you
Hmm.
seen? It is very interesting because the guy went to the nature and trying to encounter ourselves and to pursue the happiness in contact with the nature. For me, it was very nice because the photograph, it was great and the emotion is deep. Yeah, unfortunately, in the end of the movie, it was so sad, but I liked it very much. Thank you.
Yeah, I really like the movie. The cinematography, not the photography, but the cinematography was really good. Um,
Okay.
I really liked the soundtrack as well. But yeah, it's a good movie for sure. John Krakauer actually wrote the book. Um, it's a really good book if you get the chance to read it. It's written pretty simplistically, so I think it'd be a good book to read. But Into the Wild, it's the same name. Good book. Uh, okay. And I think we're good. Let's get started on today's class. Which quotation?
Of the scene, light and darkness scene.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. And have maybe a question for another time. But good. Let's get started. David, can you read the title and the next few lines?
Okay, Joshua. Parenting. Today we will learn vocabulary and practice conjugating verbs, read comics about parenting, practical plays, and talk about children and parents.
Good. And let's have David. Can you ask Julieta the first question?
I can see my screen is okay. Warm up. Tell a funny story about your childhood when you were difficult, funny, or silly.
Hmm. A funny story. Mm, when I was a very, very, very little kid, maybe 2 years old, um, I put a tic tac inside my nose. And so my mother took me to the doctor, and he said, "No, I don't think she could do that." But my mother says that I said, "No, I have the tic tac," to the doctor. Mm. I can tell you.
Sorry. I'm not sure if I understood the last part. Sorry about that.
My mom said that I said to the doctor that the doctor was wrong and I had a tic tac.
And I
What's
had a
the
Tic Tac
TikTok?
in my nose.
In my nose,
What's the
yes.
TikTok? What's TikTok?
It's a kind of candy.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah. Um, okay, good. And that's kind of funny. Did you end up getting the Tic Tac out, or did the doctor end up getting the Tic Tac out?
No, the doctor said, "Oh well, at least it will liquefy, so it's not so."
Yeah. Yep. At least it will liquefy. That's good. That's really funny. Must be unpleasant. Julieta, can you ask Mustafa the next question?
Mustafa, what kind of chores do you or would you require your children to do?
I don't have children, but I would require my children to put the trash out of my home, um, to get the trash or to put, I don't know, to
Take
get the
out.
trash out, to take out the trash from home, and maybe doing some ironing clothes. I'll ask. I would like to ask my parent to do some ironing clothes for me, something like that.
You'd ask your
Or
parents to iron clothes for you?
no, not my parent. Like, of course, I will not do that. Of course, I will not do that. So I'll ask maybe my wife or something like that to do ironing clothes for me. I don't know if
Okay.
ironing clothes will be like from chores, but
Yeah, it could be a chore.
yeah.
I probably would be a terrible ironer. Uh, but
Yeah,
yeah.
at times I iron my clothes and like would be like you know what, like when damage the clothes damage.
Yeah, burn them. I would definitely not be good at ironing. Um, all right, good. And I think we're good on this page. Let's go to the next one. And Paolo, can you read the title and the words?
Uh, Puberty, milestone, step parents, guidance, values, routines, permissive, authoritarian, siblings.
All right, nice. Puberty.
Puberty, puberty,
Yeah, sorry, puberty.
puberty. Okay, thank you.
And permissive.
Permissive, permissive,
Permissive.
permissive.
And yeah, well done. Any
Thank you.
questions on these words?
Milestones is like an event, teacher, or sport event, something like that.
Mhm. Yeah, what's an example of a
Milestone.
milestone?
Marriage, maybe
Mm-hmm. Getting married,
getting married.
for sure. Marriage works. I am just difficult sometimes. Marriage. Um, yeah. Any other examples?
Mm, I have to be 18 years old to
Turning 18.
turning 18.
So it would be like poverty. This is the first one.
Puberty?
The first one related to the first one. The poverty. Yep.
Okay. Yeah, like becoming pubescent would be a milestone. Puberty is like a transitional phase. Just it's longer than a milestone. Is generally short. Getting married, graduating, turning an age, getting your first job, stuff like that. Puberty is. Who can explain what puberty is?
Specific age when you transform from. I don't know. It depends on your gender. Like it depends on female and males. I don't know.
Maybe transformed from a child
To
to an adult.
yeah, to an adult. Yeah, this is a good way to express.
Yeah, to a young adult maybe. But good. Any other questions?
I'm trying to translate like permissive. Permissive. What's permissive? Permissive or permissive? Permissive.
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 Permissive. Yeah. Who can explain what permissive means?
Well, it's basically the opposite of authoritarian. It's a parent that is very flexible with their children's.
Hmm. Yeah, definitely. Somebody who's very flexible with their children, the opposite of authoritarian. Good. Any other questions here?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Teacher, how
Yes.
do you call the third age senility?
The third age, old age,
Old age.
um, being a senior. Um, we call them senior citizens. The third age, reference to Oedipus, the third age. But yeah, Ken, welcome to class. Ken, how's it going? Ken, can you hear
Yes,
me?
hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Yes, I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
Doing well, thanks for asking. All right,
Good to hear
and
you.
good to see you too. Does anybody have any other questions on this page? Okay, let's skip that. Let's look at this. Try to get a new one. Okay, let's look at this, and I think we're with David. Can you play Calvin, and Julieta, can you play the father?
Yes, Joshua. I don't have to go to bed now. I don't have to do what you say.
Actually, you do. It's in your contract.
My contract? What contract?
It's a pretty standard prenatal form. I had the power of attorney since you were just a few cells, paragraph, to specify your bedtime.
That says I can renegotiate when I am 18.
Yeah.
Who is the tiger?
Let's have, sorry, Paolo, can you play the tiger?
Oops.
Yes, this 7:30 bedtime will be taught to explain to your prom date. Yes, thank you.
Paolo. Sorry, Paolo, you froze up a little bit on me. Can you repeat that one more time?
This 7:30 bedtime will be told to explain to your prom date.
Good. And Paolo, can you repeat tough?
Tough, tough.
Hmm?
Thank you. Tough.
And I think, David, can you repeat renegotiate?
Yes, renegotiate.
Renegotiate?
Could you hear me?
Nope. One more time.
Sorry.
Renegotiate.
Renegotiate.
And tough. Oh, sorry. I'm losing my mind. Julieta, can you repeat paragraph 2 specifies your...
Can you say?
Julieta?
Your voice is
Sorry.
cutting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's everybody coming and going from class. One more time, Julieta. Paragraph 2 specifies your bedtime.
Paragraph 2, specify your bedtime.
Specifies.
Specifies.
Good. And prenatal form.
Prenatal form.
Nice. Okay, good. And Jose, welcome to class. Jose, how's it going?
I'm doing well, Joshua. Thanks for asking, and you?
I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. Yeah, welcome to class. All right, and who can explain what's happening in this comic? What's happening here?
Well, the father trying, the father get to make a contract with his son and trying to education him for to go to bedtime earlier, and but it is a good idea to make a contract with our son, and the contract it is when the children will be we turn 18, he will can to go late to the bed, and the tiger said it will be tough to explain for his girlfriend in the future this so early hour to go to bed.
Early bedtime.
Early bedtime. Thank you.
Okay. Uh, all right, good. A prenatal form. David, what's a prenatal contract?
Yes, sure, Joshua. A prenatal contract is a contract that, well, it's a lie, no? But well, the father is trying to say in Calvin that before Calvin was birth, uh, he signed a contract, and the contract specifies that Calvins have to do everything that the father said, especially in the paragraph 2 when said about Calvin have to go to bed at 7:30 p.m. and
Yeah.
it's all.
Yeah, so the dad makes up a lie. So the dad says to Calvin that when Calvin was only a few cells, so before he was born, they had a contract, and yeah, so he's got this contract, and Calvin believes him, and he's like, well, I guess I can renegotiate, so he can go back and change the contract when he turns 18. Yeah.
Yes.
And definitely, Giulietta, the
Funny.
dad, always lies to Calvin. Okay. Does anybody have any questions here? Okay. Okay, good. And let's go on. We can try this. Maybe let's try this. And Giulietta, can you ask Jose the first question?
Jose, what are some ways that you have seen others spoil their children?
What are some ways that yes, when you don't teach the values about the life, because he spent a lot of time on the street. The children didn't. The children weren't studying at home.
Okay. Okay. So people spoil their children by not teaching them life values?
Yes.
Maybe the values of life when you don't
The
teach
values of life. Okay.
I think it sounds even better even to say when you don't teach life values.
Life values. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so sometimes children, so they spend a lot of time on the
Lots of
street
time on the street.
and don't study at home.
Yes. Don't study. Study at home. Study at home. Okay.
Okay,
Yes.
good. What about you, Mustafa? What are some other ways that people spoil their children? Mustafa?
It's not that clear.
Oh, he's gone.
No.
Uh, Paolo, do you think you can answer?
Well, I think TV shows sometimes can spoil our children because show them a lot of poor life values, like junk food and just only to buy things, not to be the real person, but to buy a lot of things for they to be happy. So I think the TV is not good for our children.
I don't think.
And yes, I don't think TV is good for our children. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. And so that was good. Remember that spoiling somebody is, giving them too many things. Yeah, like by being too permissive, you allow your children to kind of ruin their characters. So you can do it by buying them a lot of things, by allowing them to eat a lot of junk food, by giving them things instead of teaching them things. Yeah, definitely all ways you can spoil your children. Good. Paolo, can you ask Ken the next question?
Ken, would you allow your child to get a tattoo? What tattoo would you suggest your child get?
Kind of. I understand the feeling. Maybe teenage days they want to do something different from their parents' generation, but I don't like that. That's difficult. Maybe I would say after you became adult, you can do that if you want.
Uh-huh. If you want.
And
Good.
yeah, and tattooed person cannot enter the public bars. Kind of, yeah, kind of. They are discriminated in some sense in Japan, so it causes some problem for them after.
Really, you can't enter a public pool if you're just
Yeah,
tattooed?
because tattoo culture connects to the gangster culture in the past, so still such kind of custom was preserved. So foreigners confused actually now. This cute little tattoo, one American teacher says, yeah, she had a cute little heart mark tattoo on her wrist because of that she couldn't enter the public pool and public bath. Yeah.
Wow. I did
Yeah,
not know that.
very strict. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Okay. Okay, in Italy too, especially in the police or the army. Okay. Really interesting.
Mhm.
Okay, and Ken, can you ask David the next question?
Okay, David, direction. Find a classmate with children to ask this question. How did you choose your children's names? Maybe to David. Okay.
To David.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, that might be tricky. How would you, David? Okay, maybe not. Giulietta, what about you?
Okay, for my daughter, it's the name of my grandmother. For my son, I don't have any name. So.
Okay, so do you think you would take one from your family, or just take a name that you like, or?
From my family, yes, could be.
Okay.
Usually in Italy we do that. The name of the son is the name of the parents.
Okay. So kind of like a junior?
Without the junior, it's just the name.
Okay. Okay, interesting. And are you saying that in Italy you also cannot enter public pools if you have a tattoo, Giulietta? Or just
Yes.
with the... Really?
See, if the tattoo is too much evident, I mean, in a place where you,
Conspicuous, maybe?
did you
Oh.
hear me?
I did not.
I'm sorry. I said that if the tattoo is visible in a place that is visible, it could be a problem.
Okay, conspicuous might be a good word.
Conspicuous.
Good. Okay, nice. Good answers, though, and that's really interesting. Um, okay, let's come back to this. Let's do this one because Jose, can you play Calvin? Mustafa, can you play
Okay.
the dad?
Why does the sun set?
Oh, and Mustafa's not here. Paulo, can you play the dad?
Okay. It's because hot air rises. The sun's hot in the middle of the day, so it rises high in the sky. Rises, yes.
Good.
In the evening, then, it cools down and sets.
Why does it go from east to west?
Solar wind.
Ken, can you play the mom?
Dear,
Good. And Ken, what's happening here?
that's just joking, and he gives kind of more information to kids. So maybe his wife and mother, yeah, uncomfortable about that. You need to, give correct information to kids. That's the dear me, maybe.
Yeah, so she thinks he needs to give the correct information to kids or to his son.
Right.
Nice. Julieta, how do you pronounce this word? Oh, how do you pronounce this word, Julieta?
Uncomfortable.
Yeah, Ken, can you repeat that? Uncomfortable?
Uncomfortable?
Not quite. Julieta, can.
Sorry. Uncomfortable.
Okay. Uncomfortable.
Help him out,
Oh.
Julieta.
80%. Uncomfortable.
Uncomfortable.
You're saying fort, uncomfortable. So you've got 4 syllables, or you've got 5 syllables. We just want 4. So uncomfortable.
I see. Uncomfortable. Well, describe.
Say it slowly with me. Repeat after me. Comfortable.
Uncomfortable.
Uncomfortable. Uncomfortable.
Uncomfortable.
Good. There you go.
Thank you.
One more time, all together.
Uncomfortable.
No. It's a tricky one. So Julieta was struggling with that for a while. We will do that in other classes, Ken. So I'll try to remember to bring that up for you. But remember, uncomfortable. It's tricky. Welcome back, Mustafa. All right, and Julieta, did your parents ever do this? Did your parents ever make up stories about how the world worked?
I don't think so. No, they
Okay.
didn't.
So no stories. Do you think you'll make up stories to tell your kids?
What?
Do you think if you have kids, would you tell them stories or would you tell them the truth, and why?
The truth. Yeah.
Okay, good. Probably a better choice. Does anybody have any questions on this page? Alright, let's go down here. And let's skip the first one. Jose, can you read this next quotation?
Okay. Children must be taught how to think, not what to think.
Good. What's this mean, Jose?
well, you have to teach the children how they have to study. You don't have to say him or to say him the solution. To have to teach they how they have to study or you have to teach them the procediment,
Excuse me?
the uh, the the method,
The method of.
the method about how they have to work.
Okay, so you need to teach them the method of how to work.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. And Mustafa, do you have anything to add to that?
The second code, teacher, or what?
Yeah, the second quotation.
I agree with the author. I think I agree with him because
Her.
yeah, because it's not your fault what to think, but the way how you are thinking is most important, because you know what, like the family must teach their children and the right way, the proper way of doing things. So if they teach them like do a wrong thing, like they will do things like maybe in the wrong way, or do some mistakes, something like that. I don't know. And I want to be honest with you, teacher. I cannot like talking like I talk like this way randomly. I don't know if you can write what I am speaking right now, because this is my way. I cannot like control my speaking. Yeah.
Hey,
If
you're
I
doing a
try
good
to
job.
talk, yeah, if I try to talk like slowly, I will make a lot of mistake. I'll be like a lot of a little bit beginner.
Okay, that's fine. Not a worry. You do a good job. Um, yeah, I think that was pretty reasonable. Um, yeah. Does anybody have anything else to add about this quotation?
Yeah,
I
sometimes
think
teacher. Sorry for interruption. Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead, Paolo.
I think the the children need to learn how to think, because think is a procedure to understand our lives, the subject and content appropriate inside the context. It's difficult for our children, for our students too. And when we thought what people think is easier and not a good process for people to growing up in their maturity age.
Yeah, definitely. Um, okay, I think that's good. Yeah, I think that's a really important quotation. I think this is something that, people often don't do. But good. And let's have Ken. Can you read this next quotation?
Okay, children being by loving their parents as they grow older, judge them. Sometimes they forgive them. They judge them. Sorry, I skipped the subject.
Yeah, they judge them. Sometimes they forgive them. Uh, children begin.
Children begin.
Ken, what's this mean?
Children begin by loving their parents. Maybe at the beginning, children are loving by their parents.
Children are loved by their parents?
Children begin by loving their children love their parents at the beginning, and as they grow older, they begin to be more critical for their parents. That's the meaning. And after that, they forgive their parents, or sometimes they forgive their parents.
Yeah.
Because parents are humans. Humans are not perfect.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Good. Julieta, do you think that's a good explanation? Do you think that's something that happens?
I can relate to that one with the previous one because after because children learn and then they realize that it's wrong. So it is convenient for parents to teach them how to think instead of teach what to think.
Yeah. Okay. And sometimes they forgive them. I guess that's good. Judith, can you give sorry. Can you give an example of somebody teaching their children what to think instead of how to think? So what's the difference?
Maybe about how to relate with people.
Okay.
I don't know, but sometimes there are parents that maybe they are unconsciousness. They teach how to deal with women, guys. So of course, sorry, I on how to deal with women. Yes, and perhaps sometimes they can learn something wrong, and after a while they can understand they are wrong.
Yeah. But if you teach them how to think, then they might understand that they are wrong. Yeah, I think that's good. So the idea of teaching them how to think, it's understanding that we're imperfect people and that we do make mistakes and the way that we live our lives is not perfect. And that we might teach our children things that are wrong. It's important to teach them how to think so that when the time comes that they can understand that they're wrong, you know, they can make the right decision. Good.
And change their mind.
Exactly. They can learn how to change their mind. Yeah, really well done. I think that's good. Does anybody have any questions on this page?
Teacher, can you correct what I wrote in the chat box?
Yeah, all that depends on the way we remove how. All that depends on the way that they raise them.
Okay.
Raise them. We see that some people, not some of people, some people
Okay.
grow and become professionals,
Okay.
and doctors, while others become criminals, and that what the author means by this, okay, and
sorry,
that is what, and that is what the author means by this.
Yeah, and not the quote. The quote.
By this. As far as I can see.
As far as I can see, okay.
Okay, so they blame their families.
Blame their families.
Even though it's their own faults. Okay. Yeah, nicely done though.
Thank you.
Okay. And any questions here on this page? Okay. Um, let's have. I think we're on Jose. Julieta, can you ask Jose the first question?
Jose, do you think it is okay for children to call their parents by their first names?
In Spain it's common to call their parents by the name, not by the first name. I think depends on the country, but in Spain it is common to call their parents by the name.
Okay, good. Nice answer. Good grammar too. Maybe I just add the prepositional phrase for children,
Yes.
but other than that, that was really well done.
Okay.
And Jose, can you ask Mustafa the next question?
Okay. Do you think it is okay for children to call their parents by their first names? The next. Okay,
Yeah.
sorry.
No
What do
worries.
you think? What do you think are some of the most difficult problems faced by parents?
Teacher, can you repeat the question because the monitor is frozen for me, like I cannot see.
Okay. Okay. Don't worry.
Or
What?
Jose, also anyone.
Yes. What do you think are some of the most difficult problems faced by parents?
Mm, the most difficult problem faced by parents is how they how they can maybe control their children outside of home, like I mean the their friends, how they can select their friend correctly, because the friend is really important for them, and yeah, this is the friend is most important.
Okay. So yeah, managing your children outside of home, um, yeah, kind of keeping them safe with their friends and making sure they choose the right group of friends. All right. What do you
Yeah,
think, Paulo?
yeah, yeah.
I think we have um, a great difficult to educate children is difficult
Paulo, you froze
for
up on.
parents, and
Can you repeat that? You
to
froze.
choose
Sorry.
one most difficult problems.
Paulo?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. Can you repeat what you said?
Okay, I will choose the values, life values, like love our other person, faith in life, faith in God, and to believe in themselves, and to be positive, to cope the adversities, and to think positively in front of problems, challenges, to uh, to change their mind through the positive way.
Okay, so teaching your children to be positive, have faith, love other people. Yeah, good. So definitely all difficult things. All right, I think we're good. And any questions on this page? Okay. Let's try this. Ken, can you read the mother, and Julieta, can you read the daughter?
Okay. Your daughter, who is 19, want to go to a party. Decide whether or not to let her go.
Convince your mom to let you go to a party.
Good. Ken, can you start out?
Okay. What are you gonna do in this weekend?
Julieta? How would you respond, Julieta?
Can you
I
hear
can
me?
hear you now.
Okay. This weekend, it's the birthday party of my best friend Lisa.
Nice. And Jose, how would you respond?
Do you remember that the next week you have a lot of exams? I would like that you spend the time studying hard, because if you don't study hard, you wouldn't pass the exams.
Nice. And Paolo, how'd you respond?
But mom, please, my friend never make a party. It's the first time in her life.
Nice. Ken, how'd you respond?
But after the party, maybe you might not study for the exam. You were exhausted by the party, so I'm afraid of that.
Maybe that's what I'm afraid of.
That's what I'm afraid of.
Mm-hmm. Good. Julieta?
But all the world will be there.
The whole
I
world.
can't miss it. The whole world will be there.
Uh-huh.
I can't miss it. My social life depends on that.
Depends on it.
Depends on it.
Good. Jose, how'd you respond?
Yes. Mother, okay. I understand. I understand you, because I don't very well or very confident about you'll go to the party. I think it could be better that you stay at home. You'll stay at home.
Okay.
It will be better you stay at home.
Yeah. I'm not sure what you said. I understand you because I am what?
I feel better. I'll feel better.
Okay, maybe I understand you, but I would
But
feel
I will
better.
feel better. It didn't go. Okay.
I think it would be better for you to stay at home.
Yes.
All right. Ken, how do you pronounce that word?
Okay. Me? Comfortable. Comfortable.
Uncomfortable.
Uncomfortable. Yeah,
Good.
uncomfortable.
We don't want to pronounce that. Fort. No fort. Uncomfortable.
Comfortable.
Good. Uncomfortable. All right, keep working on it. Not quite. Keep working on it. It's a hard one. I do have to go. We're just about at the end of class. Thank you guys for coming in. And yeah, bye. Have a really good day.
Thank
Thank you
you.
very much.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye bye.